Some of us are so comfortable that if I haven't done everything primarily for myself and my family, my money is not going anywhere. Welcome to today's episode. It's been a long time since I was here. Life have been lifing and reality has been checking up on me because all this time that I've been away, I've not really felt like myself. I have just been in a place, I don't even know how to explain it. Have you ever been in a situation where you go to the hospital and the doctors tell you that you're okay, but you know that you're not okay? To the point where you feel like they should find something wrong with you so you can start treatment and feel like yourself again. That is where I have been for the longest time. I would say it's one of the silent battles that I've been fighting. And that brings me to today's episode. Most times when I go out there, I see how people are trying so much to impress people. People are trying so much to prove a point. People are trying so much for people to see them. They are trying so much to outshine one another. And I'm thinking, in the real sense, does this really matter? Because when the chips are down, it's only people who are close to you. And trust me, you can count. Some of us, we don't even have a handful of people who are close to us. Because like I said, all that's why I've been going through this thing. I don't think more than 2 or 3 people know about it. I have been battling this, whatever it was. But thank God, I feel like myself once more. Like I said, when I go out there to associate with people and I see people do all these things, I just shake my head because I feel like in this day and time, we have been hearing about this thing. See, a lot of things don't matter. People don't care. Like when we gather, when you go out for a birthday party, wedding, any ceremony at all, you meet up to 50 to 100 people there. But when the party is over, how many people do you check on? How many people check on you? That is the real life. People don't care. Living abroad, it's a different thing altogether. And I feel like the Nigerian community or the African community, we are still bringing things that we have supposed to have left back at home, back into our society, back into our community. I see people wanting to impress one another so much that this money that we are all hustling, that we are stressing to have. At this point, we're not even stressing to have excess. We are just stressing to have enough to take care of our families and our bills. And I see people out there trying to prove a point, trying to show people that, trying to make people notice them by donating outrageous amount of money. This is not for people who actually have. This is not for people who have built themselves to the point where they are no longer at the edge financially. Because a lot of us are on the edge when it comes to finance. And like I said, it worries me when I see us gather and everybody is like, I donate this, I donate that. Allow people who are comfortable financially to do the things of finance. I am not saying you should not give. I am not saying, this is not me saying that you should not give, but this is me saying that we should be more focused in getting ourselves off the cliff, off the edge of financial lack before we do some things. If you're giving because you have, that is fine. But if you are giving because you want to prove a point, you want people to see you, you want people to know that you have got it when you haven't got it. That is my point. That is the point of this video. Because when the chips are down, you can count people or a person that will come to your aid. Don't spend the money you're supposed to use on your children, the money you're supposed to be used to pay rent, the money for your month upkeep. Some of us, when we pay our rent, buy food, we don't have nothing left. But yet we are out there acting like we have it all. That is the kind of behavior we had back at home. But I feel like we are in a more practical, financial discipline society where you have to account for everything that you have earned. So you should be more careful. Some of us, every other month, we are borrowing from one another. Every other month. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that is wrong with that is when your borrower is seeing you donating somewhere. They say, donate for this. You raise your hand, you say $1,000. Meanwhile, you are owing somebody $500 you haven't paid. How do you think your borrower will feel seeing you lavishing, living lavishly, or spending lavishly? There's a lot of stress associated to wanting to prove a point, to wanting to impress people, mentally, psychologically, even financially. That is my biggest problem of wanting to prove a point or wanting to know to show people that you have when you do not have. That attitude alone will make you make reckless financial decision that will leave your family. And I'm talking about your wife, your children. I'm talking about your husband, your children in a certain stage. Men, you don't even pay attention to your wife when they are giving you the eye sign and say, no, this is not the time to donate. And women, you're also not paying attention when your husband is trying to say, you don't have to do this. There is nothing, you don't have to prove anything. No one is really thinking about us. So it's like no one is even thinking about you. You're the one thinking that someone is looking at you. Because some of us are so comfortable that if I haven't done everything primarily for myself and my family, my money is not going anywhere. It's not like I have the money, but the little that I have, if my kids are not comfortable yet, and my bills are not paid yet, or if I pay my bills, I'm going to be struggling a little bit. My money is not moving an inch. Because like I said, when the chips are down, no one is coming to save you. And some of us live like this because we cannot ask. No matter how difficult it is for us, you cannot see us asking anybody with a raw farm. Because we have this mindset of no one is coming to save you. Let me tell you guys a little story. Growing up, my dad never honored any high table invitation. Never. Every time someone is inviting him to something, it's always one of those people to be on the high table. Sometimes he goes a day before to give you his gifts, a day after something, but he's never honored a high table invitation before. He always tells me something. He said, don't get carried away when people are trying to hype you because people will definitely hype you. All they are looking for is that money of yours. All they are looking for is that thing that they want to gain from you. Don't be carried away by the hype of other human beings. They are doing that because they think you have something that they need. They think you have something they're going to benefit from. The target is your family. The target is your primary responsibility, like the things that you need to do for yourself. Don't go donating money on Saturdays and on Tuesday you're calling someone to borrow you $500. You're calling someone to borrow you $200 to add up to your rent. It doesn't make any sense. My message is that let us focus on getting all of us off the edge of financial lack. Like I said earlier, most of us are on the edge. Any little bagam like this, you are broke. And it is not because you're not working hard, but maybe sometimes you're making reckless financial decision. No one is thinking about you like the way you think. You know why? We are all out here trying to navigate life, trying to see the best way we can make the best use of this time that we still have given to us by God. Don't get distracted. The fight is not within us, it's against poverty. The fight is not about trying to outshine one another, it's about us staying afloat despite all odds. So before you spend any money, make sure that ask yourself this question: am I doing the right thing? Or am I just doing it so someone will notice me? That brings nothing but anxiety. and unwanted pressure. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.